welcome to The Loop. From the banks of the Ohio River, I'm Matt Bruning.
And I'm Renata Ford. The first barges with equipment and materials for building the companion bridge on the Brent Spence Bridge Corridor project have arrived.
Well, the barges began their journey on Tuesday, May 26th in St. Louis. Here's a view from the top of the Gateway Arch. The journey continued down the Mississippi River and up the Ohio River. They passed through several locks along the way. Here's a shot of them going through downtown Louisville, Kentucky. We really appreciate the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Louisville Division, for providing these photos. We also heard from some of the crew on board the Elizabeth Ann, and they sent along a few photos of the journey as well. It was a lot of fun tracking the barges on social media and what we dubbed Barge Watch 26. Now that the barges are here, let's find out what's next. For that, I talked to Will Bannock with Walsh Kokosing. Will, I guess first of all, talk about what we're looking at here. What is this barge and what will it do?
Sure. So we're looking at kind of the infancy of getting started on the companion bridge construction process here. We've got our first large crawler crane delivered to the project today, kind of our main jumping off point for construction of the companion bridge.
We've got a lot of work ahead of us, obviously, but the first thing that people are going to see is happening here at Scribble Park.
It is, yeah, and over the next weeks and probably month or two, this will kind of be the focal point of physical construction.
How long before people actually start seeing activity up by the Brent Spence Bridge?
Sure, in the river, it's going to take a minute to get there. Again, we get established here with a home base, but later this summer into early fall, there will start being more visible crane activity out just downstream of the existing Brent Spence Bridge.
Well, thanks, Will. It's a big project, and it is a lot of excitement surrounding it. Of course, we've had a lot of engineering work, a lot of design work, utilities have been relocated, but this is really the first visible sign that it's happening.
Thanks, Matt. With the busy summer travel season underway, you may find yourself stopping at one of the more than 80 ODOT rest areas across the state. And did you know that all of the vending machines are serviced by visually impaired Ohioans? For 30 years, Annette Lutz has been a part of the Business Enterprise Program through Opportunities for Ohioans with Disabilities.
I'm grateful every day for this opportunity. I've made a career out of it and was able to provide a good living for my daughter. Blind people can do anything we put our minds to as long as we have the opportunity and the accessibility to do so. And running vending businesses is just one thing. Blindness doesn't have to hold us back.
You can learn more about the program at ood.ohio.gov. Now, you've seen the videos of wrong-way drivers on our highways in Ohio. Fortunately, crashes involving wrong-way drivers are uncommon, making up about 0.03% of all crashes last year. However, they're 40 times as likely to be deadly. That's why ODOT is continuing to expand the network of cameras that detect wrong-way drivers and alert our traffic management center. Once alerted, operators can immediately notify law enforcement and hopefully get the driver stopped. Many times, the wrong-way driver stops and turns around on their own. The first corridor of detectors was installed back in 2019 in Hamilton County. Similar systems have been added to locations in Dayton, Cleveland, and now in Columbus, with over 30 wrong-way detection cameras expected to be up and running within the next few months. These systems have already proven to be effective, with around 80% of wrong-way drivers self-correcting before reaching the highway. Get more ODOT news online at transportation.ohio.gov, follow us on social media, and keep sending those great story ideas and feedback to loop@dot.ohio.gov. And now, you're in the loop.